Hey guys, so another day of birding here on Vancouver Island. Today I traveled a bit farther south to Deep Bay. It's kind of a harbor and peninsula, maybe an hour south of Campbell River. So I am chasing what has become my nemesis bird this month, is the long-tailed duck. There's a bald eagle going nuts over there. A nemesis bird is a bird that's basically evading you. I've been looking for it in Campbell River and Courtenay, but haven't had much luck up there, despite others seeing it and seeing sighting reports on eBird. So I decided to head down here to Deep Bay, which is kind of a local hotspot for them. They seem to kind of like the deep water habitats, as the name implies, that this place offers. So I think there's a pretty good chance I'll see them today and have a new bird on the year. I have seen long-tailed duck before, but I believe it was in either Toronto or Kingston, somewhere in Lake Ontario. So this would be my first time seeing it in BC. It's really an Arctic species that is overwintering down at a lower latitude. Now, I said in my January review video that this month I want to focus on overwintering birds that I can see before they head up north to their breeding grounds. So long-tailed duck fits that category. And this is a cool spot. I've never been here before. Behind me you can see Denman Island, which is kind of a large island off Vancouver Island. And behind me you can see the mountains of Vancouver Island. Really calm weather, and it's really cool seeing the sea lion over here, which is a little distracting, I must say. So here I am, I'm gonna try to see this duck. I think there's a pretty good chance of seeing it here. I'm gonna start out by birding the beach and then move to the harbor. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Birding on the beach, I saw a few signs of spring. First, there were a group of killdeer, a type of plover, making them cousins to this black-bellied plover. Just look how much bigger the black-bellied plover seems. Relative size is a helpful comparator when IDing groups of shorebirds. Some killdeer stick around here over the winter. I saw one in January, but many birds fly off for warmer locales, so I'm going to count the 4 I saw that day as my unofficial first spring migrants of 2022. This loon gave another sign of spring. About a month ago, I highlighted some overwintering loons in Port McNeill. They were fully in their non-breeding plumage, but now the loon's checkered breeding plumage is starting to show through. In a few months, this bird might be off to a lake somewhere to breed. I went to Deep Bay to see birds, but my eyes kept being drawn to this lighthouse, Chrome Island Lighthouse, which was established in 1891. Looks like a pretty great place to hide in the zombie apocalypse. I'll meet you there after the Night of the Living Dead. Bring your fishing rod. Heading down the peninsula, I noticed hundreds, if not thousands, of scoters in the water. All 3 species found in BC waters: surf, white-winged, and black scoter. It was cool to see them all together in such numbers. These groups are called rafts. Why do scoters form rafts? It's likely because there's lots of food in the area. There certainly were lots of shells scattered along the beach, but there is also safety in numbers. As I said in the intro, several groups of sea lions passed by as I was birding. Some coasting by just off the shore, giving me the stink eye. We have both Steller and California sea lions. These might have been Stellers, which are more common and have lighter coats. But I'm no pinnipedologist. Steller sea lions are massive beasts. Males can reach 11 feet long and can weigh over 2,500 pounds. I wonder if they'd eat me if I jumped in. Not seeing any long-tailed ducks in the strait, I decided to head to the harbor side of the peninsula. I arrived at this beach at the end of the spit and immediately saw a group of long-tailed ducks. Success! This winter, I've talked a lot about good-looking ducks, but that's a really good-looking duck. Their plumage is as variable as it is striking. Long-tailed ducks have one of the most complex molts of any ducks. Most ducks molt twice in a year, but long-tailed ducks have what the Sibley's Guide calls a complex schedule of interrupted and partial molts. They are more or less always molting, and because at different times different birds are at different stages in their molt, many look quite different. Long-tailed ducks look quite a bit different in their breeding plumage, which will start to show around April. On the males, much of the white turns black and the gray on the back turns to a copper color. Only the males have the namesake pair of long tail feathers. And do they ever like showing it off? But can you really blame them? These ducks are feisty. There was quite a bit of bickering and infighting in the group. This group of surf scoters also kept joining with the group, but the long-tailed ducks seemed pretty annoyed at their presence. Regardless, they would all dive together. Long-tailed ducks are one of the best swimmers of any diving duck. They dive to hunt crustaceans, clams, mussels, fish, and snails. They mostly feed less than 9 meters deep, but they can dive up to 60 meters, deeper than any duck. They also spend the most time underwater. They are one of a few ducks to use their wings for underwater propulsion. You can see them spreading their wings at the start of their dive. But they also use their feet to swim. Long-tailed ducks are the most abundant Arctic sea duck. Their global population is estimated between 3.2 and 3.7 million. However, they are listed as vulnerable by the IUCN. Surveys indicate that they may have declined 80% since the 1960s, and they are still showing a declining trend. I really want to keep the channel upbeat, but I still think it's important to highlight the realities these species face. I'm happy I got the chance to see them that day, and no one can deny they are a good-looking duck. So successful day, saw the long-tailed ducks. There was a group of maybe 40 of them, kind of in separate groups that were going back and forth between each other. They seem to like this deep water right off the peninsula here. It's always nice to get your target species, but even if you miss it, it's nice to get out birding too. They dive really frequently, probably about every minute they go for a dive and are down for maybe about 30 seconds or so. There's a lot of shellfish here on the beach, so maybe that's why they like this habitat so much. It was really cool seeing them, and thanks for watching the videos, and thank you, ducks.